Even former presidents have been denied access. Each year, millions of fans journey to Graceland, hoping to get a little closer to the legendary king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. But beyond the crowds and glitter lies a part of the mansion that remains shrouded in silence. Sealed behind locked doors is the elusive upstairs, Elvis's private haven, left exactly as it was the day he passed. What could be so secret, so intimate, that it has stayed off limits for nearly 50 years? Graceland isn't just an estate. It's a piece of American culture, a glittering glimpse into the life of a music icon. But what keeps people talking isn't what they see, it's what they can't. A house filled with stories and soaked in mystery. You've heard of the White House, but did you know that the second most visited home in the United States has nothing to do with politics? It belongs to a king, not one of crowns and countries, but of microphones and music charts. Perched in Memphis, Tennessee, Graceland stretches across 14 lush acres of southern charm. It's not just a mansion, it's a pilgrimage site. Every year, nearly 500,000 people make the trip, not merely to observe, but to feel. To step into the universe Elvis Presley built. The moment you enter, the hands of time roll backward. The house doesn't simply remember the past, it lives in it. Inside, you'll encounter decor that defies expectation. Shag carpeting, stained glass peacocks, mirrored ceilings, and of course, the iconic jungle room, complete with its green shag rug and tropical flair. This isn't your average celebrity home. It's daring, audacious, and unmistakably Elvis. But even this extravagant decor is just one part of the story. In the quieter section of the estate, hidden behind the main attractions, lies the meditation garden. It's a place of peace and stillness, a stark contrast to the energy humming through the rest of the mansion. This is where Elvis Presley was laid to rest after a series of break-ins at his initial burial site. His father, Vernon Presley, made the decision to move both Elvis and his mother Gladys to this sacred location within the grounds. Later, his grandmother Minnie Mae, his daughter Lisa Marie Presley, and her son Benjamin Keogh were also buried here. The garden is serene, beautiful, and heavy with meaning. Yet, even with all the reverence and remembrance below, the most intriguing mystery of Graceland lies not in the garden, but above the first floor. Because hidden behind unmarked doors and up a staircase that no visitor may ascend, lies a space untouched since Elvis's final day. Untouched, unchanged, off limits. Nearly 5 decades later, it remains sealed. And what lies behind those doors continues to stir curiosity and speculation. That upper level. It's Graceland's most closely guarded secret. There is one rule no one breaks. Don't go upstairs. Tourists can roam the mansion, admire Elvis's gold records, peek into his custom jets, and marvel at the jungle room. But the second floor? That's off limits. Not for renovations, not for safety, but because it's sacred. That's where Elvis Presley was discovered the morning he died, and no one has set foot there since. No photographs exist, no videos, no media coverage. Even dignitaries like Bill Clinton have been respectfully turned away. Naturally, such secrecy leads to questions. Why so much protection? During his lifetime, the upstairs of Graceland was Elvis's private universe, a personal retreat where he could escape the spotlight, where fame couldn't reach him. It was his safe place. And it remained that way, with strict rules. If you weren't invited, you didn't go. Period. That rule didn't change after his passing. It became permanent. The Presley family chose not to just honor his privacy, but to protect it. The upstairs remains exactly as Elvis left it. His clothes still hang in the closet. Records sit by the bed. The television is still across from his favorite chair. It isn't just preserved, it's frozen in time. But here's where things get even stranger. This isn't just about mourning or sentimentality anymore. Some fans believe there's something more, something deeper the public was never meant to witness. And over the years, theories have grown, because what lies beyond that door, some believe, could change everything we think we know. It was on the upper floor of Graceland that Elvis Presley spent his final moments. On the morning of August 16, 1977, he was found unresponsive on the bathroom floor, only feet from his bed. His girlfriend, Ginger Alden, discovered him. Emergency personnel arrived within minutes, but there was nothing they could do. The king of rock and roll was gone, just 42 years old. The official cause was listed as a heart attack. But immediately, rumors began to swirl. Theories ranged from the physical toll of fame to an overdependence on prescription medication. Fans and tabloids began connecting dots, looking for answers, searching for clues to those final moments. But while the world speculated, the Presley family made a different decision. They sealed the entire second floor. No drawer has been opened, no book moved, no bed sheets disturbed. His belongings remain exactly as they were. The television still stands across from the chair where he last sat. It wasn't a cleanup. It was a conscious act of preservation, not to hide something, not out of shame, but to recognize the gravity of that space. Because that bathroom wasn't just a room. It was where a cultural giant story ended. Turning it into a public exhibit might have satisfied curiosity, but at what cost? It would have cheapened the legacy, reducing a place of reverence into a spectacle. A home would become a haunted house. A tribute would become a sideshow. Instead, the Presley family chose a different path. They wanted people to remember the life Elvis lived, what happened downstairs on the stage, in the spotlight, not the tragedy that happened upstairs. That decision kept Graceland focused on what it should be, a celebration of an extraordinary life, not a museum of its heartbreaking end. And so, as millions continue to walk through the vibrant halls of Graceland, marvel at the flair, and stand in awe of a man who changed music forever, the upstairs remains quiet, untouched, waiting, forever a mystery, forever Elvis. The hidden world of Elvis Presley, specifically what lies beyond the second floor of Graceland, remains a tightly guarded secret. Quiet, untouched, mysterious. That locked door at the top of the staircase? No one's been able to truly explain what waits behind it. Not yet. Very few have ever been granted access to that floor. Almost everyone is stopped at the stairs. But the select individuals who have seen beyond that point only deepened the mystery, not solved it. One of the rare exceptions? Nicolas Cage. The actor, a lifelong fan of Elvis, once described the king as his greatest artistic inspiration. During his brief marriage to Lisa Marie Presley, Cage was allowed to do what millions only dream about. He stepped into the private, sealed-off upstairs sanctuary of Graceland. No guides, no cameras, no interruptions, just silence and solitude. Cage would later describe the visit as haunting, surreal, and deeply emotional. But when questioned about what he saw, he has never revealed a single detail. Not in interviews, not in articles, not even in passing. That silence, in itself, became part of the legend. Because if it were just a regular room, why the secrecy? Then there's the curious case of Chewy Thompson, a social media personality with no known connections to the Presley family, no celebrity clout, and no Hollywood influence. What was supposed to be an ordinary tour of Graceland turned into something much stranger. According to Thompson, a man dressed as a staff member approached him discreetly. He whispered something inaudible, then led Thompson away from the crowd, without any explanation. He was taken upstairs, under close supervision. 2 guards accompanied him. He said the moment felt strange, like stepping into a place that shouldn't be seen. Doors creaked open slowly. Curtains were drawn back with almost sacred care. But what he saw, he refuses to talk about it. Not on social media, not in interviews, not even when pressed. His silence only raises more questions. Why him? Why someone with no apparent reason to be granted access? Was it an accident? A planned event? Or is there a connection nobody has figured out yet? What came after would stir up fans, theorists, and conspiracy chasers alike. Rumors, theories, echoes from the past. Thompson's unexpected journey upstairs set off an internet storm. Rumors exploded. Some people believe Thompson wasn't just randomly selected, he was chosen. Online speculation suggests he may be more than just a visitor. Some even propose he could be an unrecognized descendant of Elvis Presley. It might sound far-fetched, but it wouldn't be the first time such whispers circulated. Over the decades, various women have claimed Elvis fathered children outside his marriage. Many presented stories, timelines, even alleged DNA evidence. Most were dismissed. Some simply disappeared. But Thompson's access to such a highly protected area, without any known reason, raised eyebrows. Then, things got even weirder. Several tourists have reported hearing strange sounds coming from the upstairs. Footsteps, voices, even laughter, despite no one officially being allowed up there. One visitor claimed it sounded like a small party, but was adamant that no one could have physically been inside. Others described it as resembling a family gathering or even a ceremony. There are no recordings, no security footage. Staff won't comment. But the stories persist. So what's really up there? Is it just old memorabilia? Or could it be hiding something deeper? Perhaps family secrets? Or something more shocking? Whatever the truth is, those who've stepped inside remain absolutely silent. Whether out of respect, fear, or something deeper, they haven't shared a word. But maybe that silence, so deafening, so deliberate, hints at something darker. The king's private refuge and the shadows it cast. To understand the importance of that locked floor, you need to understand the man himself. Elvis Presley wasn't just a global sensation. He was a walking contradiction, a man worshipped by millions, yet fiercely defensive of his privacy. While fame followed him wherever he went, the upstairs was the one space where he found peace. That was where the flashing lights and loud cheers disappeared. His nights stretched into mornings. He'd lose hours reading spiritual books, watching late-night television, or strumming his guitar alone. He wasn't a man made for early mornings. His house was built for daylight, but his life thrived in the quiet darkness. His bedroom wasn't just where he slept. It was his sanctuary. A bed custom-built for comfort. Shelves stocked with books on religion and philosophy. His favorite records always within arm's reach. There was even a button by his bedside that connected directly to the kitchen. One press, and staff would bring him peanut butter and banana sandwiches, sodas, or whatever he craved at 3 a.m. It wasn't about extravagance. It was personal. Every detail meant something. But it was also where his life ended. That sacred space became the scene of his final moments. That's why the Presley family refuses to open it to the public. It's not meant for selfies, guided tours, or Instagram videos. It's a space that deserves reverence. Because once you allow the public to wander in, you invite them to reshape the story. What they're preserving isn't just a room. It's the essence of who Elvis truly was. The locked door and a living legacy Graceland is more than a mansion. It's a living time capsule. A heartbeat frozen in place. A monument to a man who didn't just sing music. He redefined it. Every year, fans from all over the globe come to Memphis. They're not just looking to view gold records or glittering outfits. They're looking for a connection. They want to walk across the same shag carpeting, sit in the same kitchen, inhale the same air that Elvis Presley once breathed. And yet, of all the memorabilia and displays, one element continues to pull at people's curiosity: the upstairs. That locked floor has become the ultimate unsolved mystery. It's not just a set of rooms. It's a sealed vault from 1977. A frozen moment in time, untouched and fiercely protected. The Presley family didn't simply preserve it, they guard it. Because behind that door isn't just furniture or personal belongings. It's the soul of the man, the truth of who Elvis was. His entire life was spent in the spotlight, analyzed from every angle. But upstairs, that was his boundary. And even in death, his family has honored that line. To this day, there are no official photos, no virtual walkthroughs, no hidden cam leaks. And maybe that's exactly how it should be. In a world where everything seems to be exposed, some things should remain hidden. That locked floor represents more than secrecy. It stands for reverence, for restraint, for memory. And while we may never uncover what lies behind that final door, the silence that surrounds it has become just as legendary. Elvis may have left the building, but what remains still lingers in every hallway, every whisper, and every locked room of Graceland. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.